So, I have this tiny little lens here with me today. It's very flat, compact, but also looks like a toy. And with that being said, we're going to figure out, is this lens worth adding into your kit? Let's find out. Before we begin, let me introduce myself. Hi, my name is Brandon. I am a photographer, filmmaker, and a YouTuber. But more importantly, you came here to see what this little guy can do and what it looks like. So let's switch out this lens right here, right now. Here we go. And that is what it looks like. So what I just switched from was the M50's kit lens on the 15mm mark. So this is what it looks like on the 22mm. At this focal length right here, it is one of my favorites. And though it is a prime lens, there is so many things you can do. It's a very versatile focal length. And to help aid its versatility, I've shot street, real estate, portrait, products for both photo and video on this lens. Also, little side note, I know I said 22mm, but since this is on a crop sensor camera, and on the M50 specifically, the Canon's ASPC sensors are 1.6 times crop, so 22 times 1.6 is around 35mm, so that is what the focal length looks like on a full frame camera. And 35 mils is such a great focal range because it's not too wide where it's going to distort your face and your surroundings, but also not too long to make your subject feel tight, and you wouldn't be able to fit something like that in a small space such as this one. Yeah, that's right. That's why I love you, you little lens, because you can fit in my room and give me the nice bokeh without having to pull out the 50 mils and put you all the way back there. But even then, when I put the 50 mils out, you're not going to see nothing. You're just going to see this if I pulled out the 50 mils. So that's why I really like it a lot. As for the autofocus, it's still really good since it's a native lens, and then the focusing motor on this is an STM. Not as fast as a USM, but for video, it's smoother and it's not as loud. And it being a native lens to the M system, the image quality is awesome on the M50 or any M camera you use. The sharpness, ooh. And on top of that, you have the second fastest aperture of the M line series. I believe the fastest one is a 1.4, but I believe it's a 50 or 85 mil. I don't quite know, but that is a 1.4, while this is a 2. And f2 is completely fine. Like, look at this. It's still blurry back there, right? Look at my hand. It's blurry, see? So f2 is still amazing. How does it perform in low light? And let me tell you, I know that it's a crop sensor camera, and we shouldn't expect that the low light is amazing, but if you have the kit lens and you're filming at night, it's going to beat this. And I have some video test samples right here.
Kit lens at f3.5, ISO 100, no light, only backlit, 200, 400, 800, 1000. ISO 100, 125, 200, 400, 800, 1000.
I believe that this lens was actually supposed to replace Canon's older 24mm f2.8 EFS lens, but honestly, if you already have that and an adapter to go onto your M system, then I don't really know if I'd switch to this unless you really wanted that true 35mm look and 0.8 more stops of light. And I know many tech reviewers and also product reviewers will enjoy that f2. So some of you might be wondering, what does it look like if I put a product up in front of it? Oh man, look how creamy that looks. I just wanted to throw that in for you guys. Now I'm shifting the color to red because one way or another we're gonna have to get into the downsides of the lens. Number 1, no built-in image stabilization. Now for something like this where it's on a tripod, no problem. But when you're trying to take handheld video, it's definitely more prevalent in there. And if you're trying to take a picture, but then you got shaky hands, you better crank up that shutter speed or else you're gonna miss the shot. Okay, no, I'm kidding, but seriously, it's something to consider. For vloggers, it's not the best. As you can see in this footage here of me vlogging, it's not that friendly and you have to have your arm way out like this just to be in frame. And no vlogger really likes that because sometimes we gotta get up close like this and then you're just gonna see nothing but the nose and the eyes, and you don't want that as a vlogger. And the final one, future wise, this lens will likely just stay on your M series camera and that is it. Because from what I'm seeing, not many M lenses have been released and doesn't look like to be the way of the future. As you guys know, if you're following Canon, it's all about RF now. So it's likely that future companies that are going to make adapters probably won't make an M adapted lens for any system. So it's just kind of stuck here. On the other hand though, EF and EFS lenses, as we can see on multiple camera bodies, they have adapters for those bodies. So you can just buy EF and EFS lenses, and I wouldn't say they're future proof, but you can buy them confidently knowing that you can put them on other bodies of cameras. So what would I rate this lens and what are my overall thoughts? Well, with all things considered, I think I'll give this lens an 8.5 out of 10. 9 is nearly perfect, but 8.5 is just barely near perfect. It does all that I wanted to do, but admittedly, you know, maybe 1.8 would have been nice. Maybe 1.4. No, I'm totally joking. But when looking for what it can do for these M series cameras, and for its price too, which around the making of this video is around $150, it's not that bad at all. And I believe this lens is almost 9 years old now. So, are you going to pick it up? And how do you think it looks? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I helped you figure out your purchase of this lens. I'll see you next time. Peace. Whoa, you made it all the way to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave me a like if you haven't yet. And if you do, I will take pictures of you right now. So I'm your personal photographer. Good thing that didn't hit any of my camera stuff. Alright, I'll see you later. Bye.